me down. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. Oh, hey, welcome back to Disguised Horse. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be buffing out the scratches on my WRX STI. So if you're new to the channel, you'll know that the paint on the STI just isn't that great. It's been through a lot. I know for sure I've taken it through a hailstorm or two. Oklahoma has some of the craziest weather I've ever experienced in my entire life, and I'm from South Florida, where I lost my home in Hurricane Andrew, 1992. Google that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just...
But today we're going to try to take the paint back to its former glory. Here are some shots of it. It's a little bit worse for wear. There's a lot of spots that I'm not super crazy about, like on the door jambs, on the hood, on the roof, and especially on the spoiler. It's really, really rough and starting to oxidize. But Griots, not sponsored, always has some great products that we're going to try to use today. After we're all done, we've got the best in show detailer, so we're just going to hit it with when we're done. But what we're really here to use today is a liquid wax 3-in-1 compound. So one of the homies was nice enough to let me borrow one of his buffing wheels. This is a 9-inch turtle wax buffer. If you go on Amazon, you can get a couple different pad options. There's a 12 pack, which I bought. It's got a cotton pad, microfiber, and another kind of in between the two pad, which should help us get all the stuff that we're trying to get. Now, this isn't going to be a 100% perfect ceramic coating detail type of video. This is literally for all the homies out there that are just like, man, I really want to get these swirls out of the paint and some of the oxidation out, just so I can bring it to a car show and make it look amazing. I want other dudes, as weird as that sounds, to be like, yeah, this is the best paint job ever. When really it was just you in your garage just sending it and seeing what you can do with it. So I know all those detailers out there are probably cringing the moment they see this video, but you know what? Not all of us do this for a living, and a lot of us just want to have fun. So I'm going to get the car washed, and we'll insert those clips here, and then we'll get onto it. But I got some painter tape because I love videos where painters tape off half of the car and they remove the tape, and you can really see how much of a difference it makes. So let's try that, and then we'll get the buffer out and we'll start buffing on the hood here. Perfectly straight. Now we're only going to do this on 2 places because I think the places that are going to make the most difference are going to be the hood and the spoiler, because the spoiler, if you look at it, it's oxidized, like this from the clip earlier. It's pretty bad, and unfortunately that's my favorite part of the car. So I'm going to put another piece of tape back there. We'll do the front and then we'll do the back, and we'll see how good it looks. So I've determined that the driver's side of my car is a little bit worse for wear than the passenger side, so I really want to see the difference on this side of the car. We're gonna be pretty how do you say, generous with the 3-in-1 wax on the wheel, because we've got plenty of it. I don't know when the next time I'm going to do this is, but so we've got enough. Let's get started. All right, so far it looks a little cloudy, but I think that's part of it. We're going to do one more pass and see how it goes. Hey guys, moment of truth. I got a clean, definitely clean microfiber cloth. Let's get some of this polish off and see how it goes. I can only imagine how good your car looks after somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. Let's get this tape off and see the difference. That is awesome. That's awesome. It's like you can see the cloudiness just kind of fade away. Like it's not cloudy and then cloudy. Even up here. Wow. Major difference. I can't wait to do this on the spoiler. All right, we got the side all buffed. Let's, like I said, let's get that microfiber cloth up in here you know, those light scratches that, you know, you get just from washing your car over time. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I send mine through the automatic washers because, hey, I got like a $250 water bill one month, and that's car parts, if you ask me. So, but wow, like you can really, like right here, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot, guys, but like right here, you can see this edge a lot deeper, in a good way. And wow. There's a spot on the door I really want to try because it's like, it's got to be like sap or something. I'll show you in here in a second. But right now, wow. I hope it looks as good on camera as it does in person, but Meguiar's, please sponsor me. Oh my God. I just realized it's not even Meguiar's, it's Greedo's. Oh man, that's rough. Well, guys, maybe I'll get sponsored in the next one. But hey, you know what? Greedo's, thanks for making a great product. I can't say more. Look how great it looks. All right, so I'm gonna finish up with the fenders and the front bumper. It's only gonna take me a couple minutes. I'm not gonna film it, but then we'll move on to the door and I'll catch you in a minute. All right, guys, I just thought I'd interject here real quick. Look how good this fender came out. It is nuts. So I just wanna say before I move on to the doors, support local. Like if there's a local detailer that actually knows what they're doing and knows their way around the buffer, hit them up. Make sure you tip well because this is just literally a rough job, and look how good it looks. But here's before and the after, and it is just night and day. It is so good. But let's get onto those doors and let's see if I can get that pesky stain off I was telling you about. So we're here on the door. Door isn't that bad. There's this stuff down here, which honestly, that's from fingernails. This isn't gonna fit. The buffer's a little too big. But once again, it was my friend let me borrow it. So once again, hey, thanks for the gratitude. I greatly appreciate not having to buy one of these. Honestly, this is about as good as it gets. But right here is the big issue. It's like wax or tree sap, and I've tried everything. I don't really want to use Goo Gone on it because the paint on the doors of these cars isn't that great. If you look further back here, unfortunately a door got opened into my my little side thing here, and I think I have to replace the whole thing. But once again, I drive this car every day, so I'm not too upset about it. And I've got some more like real deep scratches here, which is really gonna take like, I'm just gonna have to pay someone to get rid of these because I'm not about to use sandpaper and clear coat and all that stuff, and it's just not what this car is for. So we're gonna do our best. I think if I can get rid of this one so I don't have to look at it every single time I open my car door, that's the move right now. So let's get to buffing. All right, so looking a lot better. Let me get it wiped down. Unfortunately, once again, this sap didn't come off, so I don't know what's gonna get that off. I guess don't park your car under trees, guys. Let me get a microfiber, wipe this down, and see the results. Ta-da! All right, so realistically, you learn a lot about your car when you do stuff like this. All the little intricacies, you can actually tell that like the previous owner may have had a can of that like paint correction stuff, because there's little chips everywhere in this paint, and there's a lot of deep scratches, and I'm not upset about it. I'm just disappointed. But in all reality, the parts that did cleaned up really well. And the more I stare at it, like, so I don't know if you guys can see, but the ring light is kind of in the background here, but it's really showing the orange peel on the paint. And it's funny, when I got this ding on my door, I was kind of curious because the paint, the way it came up, I was like, is this a bad paint job? And I think a lot of Subaru owners have the same issue where the paint on their car just like isn't the greatest. And somebody said it was like all modern paint. And while, you know, we've moved away from like lead-based paint, which is great for everyone and the environment, It just kind of sucks that the paint's not that great. I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, the disguised horse is vertically challenged, and why, yes, I absolutely am, and I need a stepping stool. So let's do a little bit of product placement so I don't have to get up and down this thing again, and hopefully not fall on my face. All right, I'm gonna jump down, do that side, and then we'll wipe it all off. All right, so once again, always hire a professional to do stuff like this, but since I make a YouTube channel, I'm trying to do this for a living one day. I'm just happy I learned a new skill. But I think that looks pretty dang good, guys. I mean, for a guy in his garage, and you know, $20 a compound from the old AutoZone. Noticeable difference. The paint is a lot deeper. There's a lot of these like micro scratches that are gone, but now is a true test. We're gonna move on to the wing, and you'll see here in a second why I'm so concerned about it. If you've made it this far, thanks again for being a subscriber. Thanks again for being a supporter. I truly am grateful that people watch these videos and support what I'm doing here. Really brings a tear to my eye, and I just want to say how grateful I am. But this guy is messed up. If you can't tell, it's oxidized. It's oxidized really, really bad. The trunk lid really isn't that bad at all. Like if it is bad, there's probably no scratches on it at all. It's kind of perfect, but like up here is taking the majority of the UV and the sun and the and the automatic car washes and all that stuff. And I've seen other Subaru owners are having this issue too, and maybe it's the fiberglass, since it's not metal, and you just see different materials, and maybe it's oxidizing faster or whatever. But this is why we're doing this today, and I put the piece of tape down. We'll do this side since it's closest to me, and we'll see what we can do. All right, moment of truth. Did we do anything? Oh man, that looks amazing. It's just enough to think I did something. I know this one's pretty far gone. It might need a repaint. Maybe one day I could actually get a carbon fiber spoiler and just keep this one on the wall for the rest of my life because I love this car so much, but it does look a lot better. I think I went a little hard on it, but once you pull that, once you pull all that compound off, it does look a lot better. So, wow. With that, guys, we are done. There's a few more spots I'm gonna do off camera, but you don't need to see all that. That's just some little stuff that, you know, isn't really important. There's not too much scratches anywhere else. We got the big spots that I wanted you guys to see. I mean, I know the roof, the hood, the fender, the doors, and the wing are all about as good as they're gonna get, where you're gonna see the most amount of transformation. All right, guys, so I honestly think that was a great success. I think there's a few lessons learned from all of this. Definitely once you have your orbital brush or whatever you want to call it, your polisher, you're really going to figure out how it works in your hands. So like, don't put too much pressure on it because you will definitely burn through the clear coat. Kind of just let it do its thing. With mine, so on the pads, I have these like edges. So it's a big pad, probably would recommend a smaller one for a smaller vehicle. I think if you have a truck or something with large panels, the 9-inch one's perfect. It's gonna save you a ton of time getting those like big areas. But even with the 9-inch one, it's even for the smaller areas, I thought it might be tough, and my buddy Rex said it might be a little tough, but honestly, when you use the edge of it, which probably isn't recommended, I still was able to get into these kind of smaller curves of the body panels a lot easier, and it was great. It's a great tool, and I'm, once again, super grateful I have friends that let me borrow these things and come help me out when I need help. Overall, huge success. While it could be better, always hire a professional to do these things, but I'm not embarrassed. I'm learning. I love learning, and I love learning about cars, and I love doing all the different things with cars. While it may be tedious and time consuming and hard and dirty and rough, like when it's not your day job, it's a lot of fun, and that's all I can really fall back on. And once again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Make sure to hit subscribe. I love doing this stuff. I got some more content coming, but I'm gonna hit this car with some of this final best of show detailer just to really level things out and finish up the few panels you guys didn't see. So once again, I'm so grateful you guys are here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all those things. Whatever you do, I hope you enjoy them with your family. 2024 is gonna be a big year. I really wanna hit, I said 100,000 subscribers on my little placket at work, but I'm gonna shoot for 10,000 subscribers next year. I know it's a lot, I know it's a big deal, but 10,000 subscribers and 1 million views is kind of my big disguised horse goals, because I think at that point, you know, we'll be able to take some money coming in and, you know, get a new project car. Because I really think we're kind of at the edge of the things I want to do with this car, because unfortunately I still owe money on it. I'm a normal person. I'm an everyday guy. I'm an everyday Joe. And I still owe money on this car, and I have a warranty on it, so I don't really want to do too much crazy stuff to it. I really want a project car for the channel, and I think that'll be great because it'll give us stuff to do, it'll give us stuff to work on. I think that'll really do more for the channel than, you know, tedious things with this car. And honestly, I'm not trying to make this a worse daily driver. I think this is the ultimate daily driver. This doesn't get much better. I'm sure you can put a bigger turbo, front mount, all this stuff, coilovers, but it's gonna make it worse to drive, and that's not fun. This car is perfect to drive. There is, like, after the Pro Tune from BW Tuning down in Oklahoma, it's so good. Like, you can do anything with this car. I would love to jump a WRX. That, like, when we hit 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna jump one of these guys. Like, 20 feet in the air, I don't care. When we hit 1 million subscribers, we're gonna jump a WRX. So 2030 Matt, you better jump one of these when you hit 1 million, because we're coming, and we're coming hard, and we're coming fast, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna send it. So once again, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.